This and this are giving me so much trouble at the moment, and totally due to my own usage of Look, I literally opened it to show you how soon my assignments are due, and bam! Young Sheldon edit on TikTok. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Not only am I an obsessive scroller on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, you name it, I'm there. I'm also an avid Pinterest scroller. And this all just needs to stop because I have assessments and they're all due, 4 of them. And I'm in my, I think, final year of uni. And yeah, they're all due in 14 days. So it's time to do like a 48-hour digital detox from social media because I won't be able to get off digital media entirely because I have to write assignments and research. So that wouldn't make sense. But scrolling is definitely taking me away from what I'm trying to do. Gosh, let's get into some study sessions. Silk lining, delicate paper. So I've got my whiteboard out. I honestly love my whiteboard. This isn't really a tip per se, but this gives me so much joy. I do think I have selected the articles and kind of confirmed the layout and structure, at least for my first paragraph, which is all good for me, which I'm doing an overview of subscription retailing, and I guess to give you an idea of what I'm even doing for this assignment, I'm doing like the brand Who Gives a Crap, and I'm doing a consumer behavior report on it. So pretty much pretending to be a consumer behavior consultant, which just means that I analyze the way people behave around products. But let's grab some food. That's kind of the main thing for this break, is food and just lying down and staring at the ceiling and not doom scrolling. Doing anything but doom scrolling. I think the next... Oh, actually, I told myself that on this first break I would get to unbox my Amazon package. Just some avocado toast with onion and salt and pepper. More excitingly, so pretty much I have a group of friends that like starting up a D&D thing. I've not like played, I've watched people play before, like in group settings or I was invited to something, but I've never actually played. But apparently you need your own dice, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna get dice, I'm gonna make it fun. And these are so worth it. Can you see that? So these are my fun little dice that I will smile every time I roll them. Let's get straight back into studying. Well, I wouldn't say the paragraph is completely done. It's definitely started, which is great. It's like when your brain gets to those points, I have to actually look into why that is, because I've read it somewhere before. But you start to tell yourself, I don't want to do this anymore. It's literally your brain just being like, hey, I'm stuck on this problem, and it's just going to take extra effort and time to dive into it more. So I try to think of it that way whenever I get stuck and I'm like, oh, I do not want to do more. I just think, actually, it's just my brain's asking me to dive deeper right now and solve this problem. But let's move on to our next exciting thing to keep me going, to keep me happy in doing this, which is I bought new sheets the other day and they're super cute. This is the new bedding and we are going to pop this on because I really want my room to be a bit earthy, whimsical feeling. I don't know, without being too down the rabbit hole. I don't know, I just want it to be light and fluffy. That's how I want my room to feel. I've had a rather cozy break, so I'm going to turn my fan on. It's really hot in here, and get started again with an Earl Grey tea and looking at the stack of books that I have yet to get through. And I really want to get through some of the more classic books, which I've got Wuthering Heights, I've got no, I don't have Little Women. I've got Pride and Prejudice here to read as well. I've got Dracula. There's so many of those books I want to read, and with the uni holidays coming up I will be onto that. But for now I'm honestly just reading the rest of the ACOTAR series because I started it and now I just need to finish it. I've been reading it forever because I actually took a break and read The Secret Garden in between books just because I was I was kind of happy with how it ended in the third book, and I was like, I don't feel like reading more right now. I'm kind of pleased. But here we are. Earl Grey for the absolute one. I love a little caffeine without being injected with coffee all the time. I've actually been quite good on stopping myself with over caffeination, I guess. It's been a bit crazy lately, so I've been trying to chill out on that. Let's get into the next study session. Welcome to the night shift, friends. Let me just turn down. Hey, so the no doom scrolling has been very effective, very good. I feel like I did quite a bit on my assignment that's on literally, what am I doing? Oh yes, subscription retail. Now moving on to one of my favorite topics I'm talking about in my third year communication subject, which is adult animation and the lack of literature behind it, and how adult animation can help Gen Z particularly, and millennials, and perhaps the upcoming generation Alpha pretty much walk through life and tackle sensitive topics that when they're shown through drama or reality can be quite distressing to viewers. But I just all cozied up here. Jack was winning Best Boyfriend Award, made dinner, put on the Paris lo-fi, it's great, and also lit a candle. I actually don't think it gets better than that. So, we're gonna keep cracking on with this. Tomorrow we'll wake up, do some more work before, and tomorrow's gonna be a real challenge because it's less structured and it will be more free-flowing, which means higher chances of doom scrolling, which is not ideal and that's not what we want. So we're gonna try and lock in and get this done. However,
on the last leg of our no doom scrolling on Wednesday, because on Thursday I'm doing my social media management role, so I have to be on the internet for that. I'm currently at my social media management job, and so far on the scrolling, no scrolling done. So I see this as a win right now. Yay, but I'm gonna get back to this. Just doing some editing on CapCut. Okay, let's actually do a bit of an update on what on earth has been happening with like the no scrolling and its effects on my productivity. I'm gonna be honest that when I'm going to do stuff or when I have extra time, which I happen to have right freaking now because I got to finish work early, is that I do not want to study in that spare time. I just want to chill and scroll on Pinterest. Now, I realized that maybe a day in, maybe on day 2 of no scrolling, that honestly not being on social media at all was not possible, considering that I'm a social media manager. I also have another kind of management job as well, and I also have a lot of assignments that group chats were on social media, so that was kind of unavoidable. The things that I definitely have let slip is probably like a little bit of Pinterest, not as much as you would think though, probably like 5 minutes or so, where I've just had a look at everything for like inspiration. But honestly, I find it's like a bit of a distraction. But this morning I kind of combated that with reading Substack instead, which is a social platform, but I would say it's a very good one for reframing your perspective around being online, because there's lots of kind of essays on there speaking about practical tips to get you offline. So I kind of like was indulging in that, I guess. And now we're on a bit of a block. We've got 15 minutes until I should start properly studying for like 3 hours, and finishing an assignment, a marketing plan one. Let's look in, let's journal prior to this so we get off, and I just kind of take that urge to go on Pinterest away. So let's journal instead.